Well, glad that's over. Over the course of the last week or two, I have been painting the entire ceiling. So, I've gone through 65 gallons of this Behr dry fall black paint. It's special paint that when it hits the ground, it's actually powdery. Oh, it's all dusty, which is super handy for cleaning up. So I've been on this scissor lift for the last week, bent backwards, spraying like this. And it was pretty bad. I would not recommend, don't do it. There's a good reason why it costs tens of thousands of dollars to do professionally, but it's done. I saved a bunch of money doing it myself. And now it's time to do the walls. If you look at the ceiling, it's black now. Ooh. Ooh. So if you go this way. Yeah, this is a huge pain in the ass. So what I had to do was go up there with a leaf blower, clean out all the dust from the last 40 years to get the surface prepped. And then I had to put tin foil around the, let's see if I can find one, the sprinkler heads for the fire system. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, so I had to wrap those. And there's about 40 or 50 of them in the entire building, right? I had to do all that. Pull out a bunch of random crap from the ceiling. So if you can see, what we have here is a bunch of lights they had connected up there, which is not correct. So you can see that those aren't on. They, I guess they crapped out and all they did was plug in new lights, which you're absolutely not allowed to do. They DIY'd some electrical outlets through the wiring for this lighting system, which it's actually on a 277 volt system. So it's high powered, so it's not like your home 240 volt system, which I don't know how they hooked up normal lights to it, but here we are. So this end of the gym, the powerlifting area, actually does have lights that still work. But now it looks cool because the ceiling's black. Next on the to-do list, paint the walls. Probably. Still haven't figured out what color I want to do exactly with that. So you can see what I got here is a paint sprayer, 400 bucks at the Home Depot. And it worked pretty darn good. So I didn't want to record anything while I was up there because all this paint makes a huge mess. But what it does is you turn it on, you flip some knobs, you set your settings. Ooh. Ooh. And then it sprays, right? Right now I'm cleaning it out, so it's just full of water, but pretty handy. So I'll get to keep this guy for my next paint project. But it's not quite the professional version, it's the at-home one. And goddamn, did this take forever. I've been up there for at least 30 hours spraying black paint. And I've got to do another 30 hours of the walls, which I might roll actually, depending on what color I go with. Most of it's flat enough to where I think rolling will be a lot less messy. But so, what else have I been doing all week? Well, we had a bunch of meetings with the architect and the general contractor, and what they said was that I will be on budget, which is good. What they're going to do is basically everything that I wanted them to do without too much complaint. The only other note they had was that a lot of the utilities in here are way outdated, so they'll have to ensure that everything is to code for 2025. So they got to do sprinklers and they got to do fire lights. The exit signs have to be updated to make sure that I have the correct number of egress points. So they drew up all the schematics, a bunch of fancy diagrams and stuff, and they sent it to each other and they deliberated. They sent some more emails, and I sent some more emails. And they are finally going to submit the schematics to the city of Eagan, where they will ask it very nicely and pretty please to approve the construction project. And that'll take 2 to 4 weeks maybe. And then at that point, then they can start, which will be good. Today is October 11th, I think. And maybe they'll be able to start by the end of October. But the construction itself should only take about 2 months max. So 6 to 8 weeks is what they said, which is pretty on schedule, I would say. The only issue is after that, the city has to come back and they have to do a final inspection before I can open, which might take who knows how long. We'll see. Beyond that, the government shut down. That's not good. Thanks to the current establishment. Government shut down. Can't get my SBA loan, so we're kind of bumming around, waiting for that to figure itself out. No information so far. We'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to start selling a pre-launch package and try to make it a really good deal for you guys. Hopefully it'll be worthwhile, and with that, partially the issue is that I need the front-end cash, which would have been through the SBA, but if they're going to be piddling around and not giving me the money I got approved for, getting cash on hand with some sort of worthwhile front-end offer will be super smart. But be on the lookout for that. Once we get going, I should be able to put in my big equipment order, which will be hopefully mostly Watson from the UK. Lead times on that are about 12 weeks as well. So hopefully with the construction and the equipment lead times, it all lines up. Ideally right when we need to open for real. But beyond that, a couple easy pieces here and there. I'm gonna be going down to Chicago for some used equipment. When it comes to that, I can have it right away, which will be good. And then the turf and the rubber, that's all coming through a distributor, and along with a couple other one-off pieces that we'll keep a secret for now, just in case someone's gonna try to copy me. Ooh. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, there was hundreds of pounds of useless old detached cables running through the ceiling, so I had to rip all of those out. And some of them are actually still attached. I couldn't figure out where they were going, and some of them actually did seem important. So those will have to stay attached for now. Not my favorite. They're not quite the prettiest sight up there, but we'll see what I can do with that later on. But for now, I'm happy with the paint job. The walls are going to be so much easier, hopefully. A lot less equipment and a lot less messy. But yeah, this shit sucked. But it looks so cool now. Look at it. Wow. Ooh. Oh, I know. Ooh. Wow. Look at that. Pink, black. It's gonna look so good on camera. And hopefully too in real life. Tune in next time for probably another paint update. We'll see what they say with all the construction and the permits and the paperwork and the government. Maybe by then everything will be solved and everything will be moving as planned, or not. Who knows? See you next time.